Hey, team. Hello, everyone. I see lots of great announcements on January 10th, 2026. And as we go forward, we're going to have even more beautiful enhancements to our program. We already have the simplest, highest paying comp plan in the industry of network marketing. You know, you don't have to have a whole bunch of ranks. You don't have to have multi-level things happening. All you have to do is have so many personals on the left, so many personals on the right. You get volume for your entire team. And if you got those points on your team, you can make that check. And the only qualifications basically is you want to make bigger checks than $500 a week is to enroll more people that are active on your team, like have two on the left and two on the right, or three on the left and three on the right, or five on the left and three on the right, or eight, or 10, or 14. Well, all you need is 14 to max the comp plan. So some people can't do that, even after 5 years. But that's not the point. There are some people that can and will, and there are people who can learn how to do that. But how we start is very important. And there have been some enhancements there. As you know, uh, just a little, almost 2 years ago, the company, instead of us having to renew our subscription every year, is giving back to people and trying to make it simpler for us to grow the business and build the business and build a recurring income. Is we made lifetime memberships, both for the 149 basic and for the legacy 599. And then we had some distinguishing differences over the last year. So here's what it is today. So I want to make sure everybody understands the difference between a 149 and a 599 and why everyone should start with a 599. Yes, I said why everyone should start with a legacy 599 membership. So let's take the basic first. Okay. It only costs 149. That's affordable. That's affordable for anyone, even for a person just starting out in life, starting working, and they're making even minimum wage. They can afford this and get a business on the side going and getting home based benefits and accumulate wealth, store wealth. And that's what we should be doing with the real young people. Now, there are going to be a lot of people who say, well, I don't have the money. Well, I know that objection. That's okay. But what you're looking for is people who really want to make extra money. Okay. We'll settle for the basic, and many of them will convert and build up and become business builders. But for them, and most of them will start just wanting to sound money wallet, or they're going to start at the 140, 199 and the non-work networking side just as a customer with a fractional gold membership, which gives them a sound money wallet, but it will not allow them to make any commissions or any bonuses. They're just setting up a gold and silver account, and with your fractional gold, you can save them $100 instead of $299. It's $199. Or you can save them an extra $50. They get a 7K membership. They're going to have more opportunity and more information up to them because they get a free Sound Money Wallet account with that basic 149 membership. Now, it requires them to agree to a subscription and a wealth builder upon sign up if they get a 7K membership. But all of us know you can turn that off immediately after logging in. However, it doesn't mean that you don't have that objection. However, with a fractional goal account, where you send them your link and that fractional goal website, there are no requirements to purchase anything. All they do is put the information in, their name, number, email, address. They put their credit card information in. They create a password, just like they would be doing in opening up a bank account or an Amazon account or a Costco account. it's that simple. Okay. They're just a customer. They have a fractional gold sound money wallet account and it costs $199. This costs $149. So that's a $50 saving. So again, fractional gold account, $199. They can't earn anything, nothing. And they can't even tell their neighbor, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, mother, dad, and refer them to get an account. They'll have to use your link, tell them to come back to you if they want a gold and silver account like they have. Okay, so got that one discussed. So why the 149? Well, they have access to Stack and Sell. They have access to the 7K Health, where they can get health care. They have access to 7K life insurance. They have access to creating other learning about our opportunity. They have access to training in our 7K University and our basic program. They have access to a knowledge base. And so for 149, they can participate in the comp plan, even if they change their mind later. Okay. And they also can get a 1% metal bonus off of anyone that gets a fractional gold account, the 199, just the customer account, and they're buying gold and silver, they can get a 1% metal bonus. Now, they can only get a 1% metal bonus if they're active. They're doing a subscription, either a 7K Pro or one of the 4 autosavers that we have. In other words, and they can get 1099 tax benefits. To get 1099 tax benefits, they need to be doing the subscription. Otherwise, they don't meet the minimum basic requirement of trying to make a check, because you must be active to participate in the share plan where you're trying to make money. And so if they get audited, they probably the IRS probably will not allow their deductions they're taking off for home-based business. But if they're trying to make a profit, that's all the requirement is. And so basic, if you're active, you can earn a 1% metal bonus on everyone you personally introduce this to. Get a Sound Money wallet, and whatever gold and silver they're buying in their Sound Money wallet, you get a 1% metal bonus. Powerful. We just added that. That was another great addition. Okay. Now, everyone knows in the Sound Money wallet, there was another Christmas gift that Sound Money and 7K gave us, that there are no fees charged in our Sound Money wallet for what we store, our own metals that we store there, fully insured by the Lloyd's of London. So we don't have a limit of 1,000 on the basic anymore, and we don't have a limit of 50,000. So it's unlimited for both, and so you can store it there as long as you want, and it's unlimited. Now, tune in. I'm going to give another special short presentation about the spreads, the differences, and why it's important to store there and buy there, because everybody else in the industry charges fees. We're the only company that doesn't Sound Money for storage and insurance. And it's based on value. Even ours used to be based on value. And so as silver and gold goes up, and that's why we buy it, we want it to go up in the future. We want to have a stored value that's going to increase, instead of keeping dollar bills in the bank or some savings account or some stupid annuity. Okay. And I do use the word stupid annuity, because people just don't know how their hands are tied financially, how many penalties there are when they need to withdraw, and they earn so little in an annuity. So they save a ton of money. I'm going to come back to that, because I want to stay on topic, the difference between a 149 and a 599. So 149 You can participate in the comp plan if you're active. You can earn 1% metal bonuses, and you get a free Sound Money wallet, plus all the other aspects of membership with 7K if you choose to participate, and you can choose to participate in the comp plan. Okay, that's it for 149. The other thing, you get a limited stack and sell account in 149, only 10 coins, and that's going to be very important in the numismatic side, and in particular in the future, more important than people realize. But I will translate those informations in later trainings this year. Then the other thing, you get limited tools, like in your Downline Explorer. Yeah, you're limited to access. You only get certain basic required information for you to run a business. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. 149, you get availability to participate in all of the share plan, comp plan, if you're active with a 7K Pro or Autosaver subscription, not by buying money in your Sound Money wallet, not by buying gold and silver in your Sound Money wallet, only one of the 5 subscriptions. You get a 1% metal bonus on every one that you referred and got a Sound Money wallet, or fractional gold account, or a 7K account, and they're buying gold and silver in their Sound Money wallet. You get a 1% bonus if and only if you're active, and you get limited stack and sell benefits. You get limited Downline Explorer tools to participate into the program of making money and building a residual income. You get limited to. Okay, let's go to the 5 down here. So what's the difference with a 5 down here? And the basic points, your upline, when you join, they get 20 points. When somebody joins with a basic with you, you get 20 points rolled up to you. Okay, a legacy. What's the difference between a legacy and the 149 then? Of course, one of the biggest differences is what I just talked about. You get 150 points for anyone that gets a legacy that you introduced it to it, or anyone in your left team that your people introduced it to. So it rolls up to you, you get 150 points. When you join, 150 points post up. You don't get these points when you join. That no one ever does. That's never been the case. Okay, so I'm just making it clear. The other thing is you get a 1% metal bonus on anyone you've ever directly sponsored a business, has a Sound Money wallet, or anyone in the future that you share with a fractional gold account or a 7K account, either basic or legacy, and they're purchasing gold and silver in their Sound Money wallet. You get a 1% metal bonus forever, and you do not have to be active. Listen to me very carefully. You do not have to be active. Now, we always want you active because we want you building a residual income. But there have been cases where people's had some medical emergencies that's been around for a while. They couldn't be active. But things were happening. People were buying gold and silver. But if they weren't active, they couldn't get that 1% metal bonus. Guess what? That is a real distinction here, especially in the future and long term. You get a 1% metal bonus if you're active or not. Now, the difference between active and not is the rest of the share plan. So let me talk about the other distinguishing difference between a basic and a legacy. You get an unlimited account in stack and sell, and that's going to be very important, whether you're active or not. You got a legacy, you get an unlimited account. You can put as many coins in there that you want, and it's stored. The data's there. It shows you owner, a whole bunch of things. We'll talk about stack and sell later. but you get an unlimited account, not just 10 coins that you can put on there at any one time and keep on there at one time, like with a basic. The other benefit is you get the full ball of wax, I call, to learn how to build your business and the tools necessary to run a big business. So, especially in the Internet Explorer, everything every search tool that's available, you have access to and you get to use and work with and learn how to use those tools to so you can maximize your comp plan and earnings every single week. But the biggest difference is what I'm about to tell you. And this is what you tell people. Now, as we're promoting and talking to new potential people, and the same thing with people that's already in, and they have a basic. We need to learn how to ask one question, and you can use my video here and let me talk to them for you. Okay, I want to ask you, are you joining 7K just to get gold and silver and access to the Sound Money wallet, or would you like to make some extra money? If they want to make extra money, then my next question is, do you want to make big money or do you want to just make a little here and there every once in a while? Well, if they want to make big money, if they're willing to learn how, are you willing to learn how? Are you willing to have some patience? Are you willing to do it? You like the concept, the way we do business, that we're gonna promote. You know people that we don't know. We're gonna walk you through. We're gonna work as a team. We're not gonna leave you out there alone. We're gonna get you into this thing. And now you're ready to engage and get started. And we're going to help you engage as fast as you want, even day one, even though you don't know a lot, but we do. And we're going to help. We're going to work as a team. So you want to make some extra money. Okay. Let me tell you, if you start with a basic, that's 20 points. And so how many people is it going to take on your left team for you to build up 500 points? How many people is going to take on your right team at 20 points? It's going to take 25. Now, I know we're not asking you to get 25 people yourself, but that's not the program. We're going to help you get one or two right off the bat out of your top 25, 50 people on your left and right team. And then we're going to help them do the same thing, and we're going to leapfrog down. But I'm more interested in working with people who are serious about making big money. So as your network expands, my focus is going to be the people who are more serious than the people who are just kind of, I'm just going to kind of fool around with it and see. Wouldn't your focus be that way too? Well, it's going to take 25 people. 25 people times 20 points is 500 points. It's going to take you a long time for that to happen. I'm just be honest with you. It's the exception that would happen very fast, meaning in a month or two. And I would think that would be very fast at 20 points. And here's one. Oh, I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But let's talk about why it's important with a legacy. $5.99. That's a little bit of commitment. You're making a little bit of a sacrifice. You're making a financial sacrifice. The difference between $149 and $5.99 is $450. That's right. You're making a bigger financial commitment. And you need to make a financial commitment because it's big business. You want to make big money? You want to make it fast? Well, let me tell you, if you sponsor 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right, that's 150 points each. That's 300 points left and right. Now, I'm not dealing with the double points right now. I'm just dealing with a regular comp plan. That's 300 points left, 300 points right. We help them do the same thing. Well, 300 points left, 300 points right, and we do that in the first week or the first month, you're going to get a $250 check. How many businesses you ever got in, you got a $250 check and a products, gold and silver, and building wealth and preserving wealth and making sure we got wealth in the future to live off of. That's what we're doing with 7K. And that's what you're joining. Well, that's a $250 check and you got $160 in go. No, you got 320 if we get two on the left and two on the right. You got 320 and a $250 check. Heck, you got almost all your money back and you got 320 of it in gold. Now, people get excited about making money. They don't get excited about the potential it might take them a year to make a $500 check. They don't get excited about that. But as we're promoting, once you get and make this, be it in the first week or the second week or the third week, hey, your prospecting is going to change. You're going to be talking about, hey, go, you're going to speak the same way we teach you, but you get to add, hey, and I made $320 to go and $250 check in the first month or the first week or the first day. Well, you're going to get people's interest to come take a look at what you're doing if you don't try to explain too much at one time. That's the big difference for business builders, for people who want to make money. Because here's why. When you join, if you start with a 149 and we're working as a team and we're explaining and your partners are explaining with you, your leaders that you're working with, that you're teaming up with to do 3 ways with and presentations and tell the stories with, well, that person may not ask in that Zoom call or that personal meeting, but most of the time they will in a personal meeting. They're going to call you and they're going to say, hey, Judy, Joe, just tell me, how did you start? And if you say basic 149, I can guarantee you they're going to start at basic. So now you're on that 25 left, 25 right, the approach. But if you say, I gutted it out, I did what was necessary, I listened to everything, this is 10-year-old established company, this is a proven system, this has been working, it works for everybody else, and I need to make money and I need to build wealth. I started obviously with the $5.99 because I'm serious and I want a serious business partner. Are you a serious business partner? Well, if you start with a $5.99, 80% of the people who ask you that are going to start with a $5.99. If you start with a $1.49, I'll guarantee you 95% or more are going to start with a $1.49. Now, that's the difference between a basic and a $5.99. It's business building. It's making money. So you need to decide. And if you're at a basic, you need to upgrade right now. It's $450. You just click, it's right there available on your dashboard to upgrade. You need to take the leap and do it. And if you're new and you listen to this recording, you want to make money, you want to build wealth in a proven system, and I know it's a proven system because all you have to do is look at our income disclosure. There it is. Yeah, we got proof. We got history. People making this kind of money. And I know I'm one of them. And you can too. And I'll guarantee you that the person's talking to you or that leadership team, several of them have stories of what's happened with them buying gold and silver and how much they put in and how much it's worth today if they click a button and sell it. That can happen to you, and we can build a residual. We can team up and make a lot of money and have fun. So if you want to have fun, make a lot of money, build wealth, and work on putting together a residual, even if it's part-time, while you're getting 1099 tax benefits, just grab that $5.99 membership, make a commitment to yourself, put some skin in the game, and let's get to work. Thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you're all doing. And I'm trying to get my thing so I can end this recording. Okay, it's hard to get these things to stop up. But thank you. Grab that in a $5.99 membership. Get your first strategy session and kick off with your sponsor and your leadership team. And I'll look forward to greeting you and saying hello and welcome to the team. Thank you.